Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. I talk to you from the comfort of my bed today because it's a Tuesday. I'm at home. Story of my life. But I think it is exactly 2 months after I actually went to America. So I'm oh, actually I don't have any. I do have something to say about that. I did post part one of Milka, which if you haven't watched, please go watch it. It's an amazing vlog. And a lot of people said a lot of nice things about that. So thank you to all those amazing people. And my mom, because I love my mom. The part two was supposed to be the week after that. In my defense, I sat down to edit the week after, but it just got to a point where I was like editing, and I was thinking about what I will say, because I kind of wanted to make a video that was not just like a travel film, but also kind of in the background. I kind of wanted to take you into the the background of it and kind of give you just my learnings, my experience of why I think it's important to travel in your 20s and why I think it's important to travel solo in particular. I think I just got cold feet with the whole idea because I was like, am I smart enough? Am I mature enough to tell people that? There's no right and wrong, and there's no you have to travel alone. If you want to travel alone, I think it's a wonderful experience, and I think that's something very, very unique and very beautiful about spending time with yourself. And I cannot emphasize the importance of that enough. So I now feel ready to put this video and just look back at it a few years down the line and just be proud of myself, really. On my 6-day trip to Majorca, I spent the first 3 days boating and swimming around the east side, which is closer to the port Andrax, and after that, I spent the next 3 nights, 3 hours east on the island near the coast of Cala Lombard, which is literally the most beautiful place. But I started to feel sick on the way, but nothing swimming cannot fix, so I continued. Checking into this beautiful hotel for the next 3 nights. This is the washing area, the stuff, the shower, and the bedroom. Oh my god, this is beautiful. There's a coffee station and everything, which was missing from the previous one, but whatever. Just threw my luggage there. There is a lounge and a speaker and wine. Did I book this room? I'm not sure, but oh my god. And then there we go. Okay, yeah, I know I didn't pay for the view, okay, because fuck it, because why do I care? But oh my god, I'm in absolute awe of this hotel. Like the small details, like they have a notepad and a pen, and even like the coffee pods, they are biodegradable. Oh my god, this is like this kind of stuff that gets me like oh my god. Okay, so there's one TV and there's another TV in this room. Oh my god, imagine at night this setup and me on this couch. Core memory. I'm just picturing it, and like, this is so beautiful. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. It's so beautiful. 1, 2, 3. I can't even. This is my room. Oh god. Oh god, this is like one of those hotels that makes me wanna be here. but I think as much as I love being here, I need to take a shower. I need to like freshen up a bit and head out. I will probably still be jumping in the water, but I just want to take a shower. Anyway, I'm so tired, but just look at this. Look at this. I'm calling it an early night because tomorrow I'm going to Kuala Lumpur. I don't know if that's how I'm supposed to say, but I'm going there. That's pretty much why I booked this trip. So I'm like super excited, and it was really busy at dinner today. So I'm gonna try and get in like an early breakfast tomorrow and head out early in the day so I can kind of get my spot and like swim for the day and just stay there and like watch the sunset. And yeah, I'm just super excited, and it's just been so relaxing and super chill to be here. I don't have any like plans, but like just to sort of admire and appreciate like the beauty of this island, just have good food and just swim a lot. Good morning. Good morning, you guys. This is day 4 and I'm heading to breakfast bright and early. The sun hasn't even risen yet. You can see at the back, it's still rising. I'm just in my hotel like lobby, just heading to breakfast now. Super early because I want to go to the beach, Kuala Lumpur, early so I can catch like a good spot. Oh, look how pretty. So it's my last night here. Well, I'm flying tomorrow night around 10, but today's like a full night. The last of the full night I have here. So just taking it all in, went for a live show. This is what I don't understand about this. One remote, both of them turn on, and there's no way to switch any of these off. But I mean, I guess this is luxury, you know? But my room is a mess. Good morning. So this is actually my last day in Mallorca, which makes me so sad, but I was so in awe of the whole experience. So I decided to take it a bit slow. I had a big breakfast because I could feel my health getting the best of me, but regardless, I decided to take a dip in the ocean next to my hotel, which was somehow I did not get a chance to go into it the whole time, but this was so beautiful and I was so surprised to see all these fishes. The water was crystal clear, it was literally sparkling against the ocean bed, and the fishes, which is so beautiful. So I spent some time playing with them, and then we were told that there's an octopus a few miles ahead. So I decided to swim a bit further into the deeper end of the beach, and there were multiple, I mean millions, I guess, of fishes there. The water was so blue, it was so beautiful. I could not find the octopus, but it was so much fun diving in and out of the water. A good part of my trip is waiting for the bus, but it's quite convenient, not gonna lie. You just have to time your trips and a bit of your walking as well, but yeah, it's quite convenient. But if I had the option of a car, I would definitely do that next time. I just didn't have. I think my first few days in America was just amazing, and I was kind of absorbing the beauty of it. Blah, 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 blah. At one point, it did start to feel lonely. Anybody that tells you that you will not feel lonely during your solo travel is not telling the truth. You will feel lonely. I felt lonely because I was on an island and people were usually like traveling with somebody, or they had like family or like kids or like boyfriends or like girlfriends or friends, because it's an island, right? I did feel lonely in certain moments at certain points. However, just being in nature makes me really fulfilled, makes me feel really fulfilled. And I think in those moments I kind of realized that I how do I say this? In those moments I realized that there are going to be moments in your life where you will be alone, even though you're surrounded by people. And it's not a sad thing, it's, I think it's a beautiful thing. And in those moments I think I was more attentive to my surroundings. I was more attentive to the beauty of people, their bonds, their habits, to nature, just everything. I think the whole idea of like observing and like being present in the moment is something I learned then, because usually I'm the kind of person who's just like in my head, you know. So that was one beautiful thing. uh the other thing, which is one of the things you would expect, I met wonderful people. And so and that was such a spontaneous thing, because I went on a boat trip and I met girls from like completely different parts of the world, completely different backgrounds, but somehow we shared this like love for travel. And I think it was just beautiful how we connected and we had a fun time, and I think that is something I really cherish, except my time alone. another thing I learned and I want to continue doing is explore new cultures, new habits. Because I think we tend to live in our own little comfort bubble. But when you travel to different places with like completely different cultures, you learn so much. You learn so many habits, and it becomes and defines your personality that you take forward. Except from like the stories you can share with people when you travel, you pick on habits like just like small acts of kindness or like just like small moments I felt in America that people, I think in general, people in Europe are just really, really sweet. They're very welcoming, they're very kind, they want to make sure you're having fun. And that's something I really liked. You know, it's not just about you, it's about like making people around you feel happy as well. So that was one of the most fun, beautiful things I felt. Another thing and very important thing I learned from this is military grade planning. I mean, I planned this trip on the pages of my diary to such precision, to such details. And the amount of budgeting and finance I did for this trip, I don't think I've ever done that. I do manage my expense when I'm living alone in London, but that's just you know, like Apple Pay, pay here, pay there, pay there. But to manage your expense, to manage my expense in like on an island, I mean, I was so careful because I was like, if I spend all my money here, I'm just gonna be here. Anyway, I had enough savings to like enjoy my stay and yet like have some saving aside for future trips, for just generally surviving in London. And I think it just made me feel really, really secure. It made me feel really, really confident in how and where I want to prioritize and spend. I went to one of the best restaurants in Mallorca. I stayed at a Hyatt property. I managed to do all of that because I carefully budgeted my trip. And it's not just like the idea of saving, it's also the idea of, you know, checking every website, using coupons if you have to, booking certain days, booking prior at least a week. No, I'm saying a week, but like I did a week because it was pretty much a spontaneous trip. But you know, booking in advance, even if you're making end minute bookings, there are always ways you can save money and yet enjoy to the fullest. And I think that's one of the best learnings I got from it, and the most, I think one of the more useful like life skills that I got from that trip. I'm sure there are more things that I want to say, but I think for now I feel confident about this. So these are the few things I like sharing. I know to some people it's like the most basic things, but I'm 25. I have only traveled so much, but I continue and I want to continue to travel more. And I want to look back at this video a few years down the line and say, yeah, those were the foundations. These are the those are the that these are the foundations that will, you know, take me forward in terms of planning, in terms of being alone, in terms of managing my finances, in terms of having fun, and also taking care of people around me while having fun. Does that make sense? And sixth and most important thing is just exploring the wonderful world that we live in. I'm really big on my love for nature. I find inspiration, I find comfort, I find moral support, I find inspiration, creativity, everything. I love nature. Um, and I'm very soon going to get a few tattoos around that. I don't know what I'll get. I might just get an orange, I don't know. But I will definitely be dwelling into my love for nature through tattoos. I'm reading a few books. Let me actually show you the books that I'm reading right now, just as a recommendation if you want to read about nature or just generally about self-growth and self-learning that I think will help you. Be back. Right, so there are two books that I'm reading at the moment. I say two because they're not like fiction, so they're not like something you have to read in continuation. I read when I feel like reading, what I feel like that day. So first one I'm reading is the book called Mountain Is You by Brianna West. This was recommended to me by my best friend and a lot of other people on the internet. This book is amazing. If you're the kind of person who self-deprecates, who's self-critical, blah blah blah, this book is for you. And in general, if you think there are things holding you back in life, or there's just any kind of blockage in your life, this book is amazing. I read these on days that are difficult, on days when I feel stuck. This is like a therapy. So I read it in parts. I don't read it the flow. But this is just a great book on self-learning, understanding yourself, overcoming the roadblocks, overcoming any, insecurities. You will find amazing reviews on this book. So just check it out. The other book that I'm reading is The Wilderness Cure. This is a book on diet and on like nature, like small lessons from nature. I think it's a wonderful book. It's a beautiful book. It just studies the evolution of human diet and how diet affects us. It's sort of a research based book. It's very like I want to say technical, to the point of like the date, time, etc., at which the researcher Emma Wild eats certain foods and how it affects her, how it nurtures her, how it maybe doesn't nurture her, or it just doesn't work for her. It basically understands how wild food and how nature is equipped to provide us like the best of cures for just general things and diseases and like everything. So a lot to do with botany, a lot to do with nature, and the importance of lost lessons from our past. Just basically going back to our roots. It's not about vegetarianism. It's not about like turning vegan or anything like that. It studies plants, fungi, seaweeds, and the process of how in nature we survive and thrive. I think these are like very different books, but just depending on like the certain days I switch between these two. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to editing this part of the video. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and this was something fun. I don't have any more wisdom to share. The next couple of videos are gonna be travel again, because I went to Paris, I graduated, there's Christmas coming up very very soon, and then I'm going home after ages. And so yeah, I will be vlogging a little bit of that, and that's it. I just hope and I actually think I will be doing more of editing now, because just want to get into the habit of posting more regularly, because I really enjoy it, and I love when people love my videos, because yeah, I put my heart and soul into this, and I hope you really enjoy. If you haven't watched my other videos, and if you're new to the channel, my name is Soumya and I make videos basically when I want to, really. There's nothing serious here. It's all fun and good vibes. It's a little bit of learning, a little bit of travel, and I hope to continue doing this. See you in the next one. I'm not telling you when I'm gonna post, but I will post, so keep an eye out on Instagram, because I update on Instagram. Okay, bye. I'm talking too much. Okay, bye.